The young and the restless, Billy keeps his eye on the prize. Kane kisses up to Phyllis, and Sharon reveals new information about Noah. At Society, Sally and Billy want to know exactly what they'd have to do to get Kane's AI program to work. Sally's sure Kane can't tell them and that it's just another con. They bicker about him canceling the launch, and Sally tries to get Billy to leave. He reluctantly follows her out the door. Once alone, Phyllis warns Kane he's trusting the wrong people. Kane argues that Billy wants this. He wants Chancellor more than anything. He keeps telling Phyllis to think big and to trust him. Phyllis is sure Sally will talk Billy out of this, but Kane's certain Billy's desire for Chancellor will prevail. The redhead asks if he's setting Billy up. Kane smirks that Jill would put a hit out on him. He explains that Billy is the right person. The idea is for them to stay spotless. Phyllis can stay or go. At the Abbott house, Jack hugs Diane, who's fretting over Kyle and Claire. Jack gets a text from Billy, who reports that things with Abbott Communications are on hold. They'll talk tomorrow. Jack fumes about his brother blowing him off. I'm going to get some answers, now. At home, Sally rants to Billy that Kane ruined everything. Risking his girlfriend's ire, Billy hedges that Kane might be onto something. They need to gather more information. Sally doesn't want to hear more. Ashby's a menace who wants them to do his dirty work. Billy, single-minded as ever, says he could have Chancellor and Victor would know he beat him. Sally won't agree to be Kane's scapegoat under any circumstances. Jack arrives and demands to know what's going on. He hollers, "What the hell happened to the launch, Billy?" Billy hedges that they've decided on a different way forward. Jack notices they are dressed for the event. Someone blocked the launch. "You're holding out on me again, Billy." Jack keeps ranting, and Sally finally declares that Kane canceled their launch and left them with an outrageous alternative. She informs Billy, "You have until tomorrow morning, or you can count me out of everything." After she storms out, Jack asks his brother for an explanation. Is he in some kind of trouble? Billy, as usual, is insulted and rambles to buy time. When Jack threatens to pull the plug on the funding, Billy screams, "Do it! I want you!" 2. At Crimson Lights, Sharon prods Nick to find out what's bothering him. Nick decides to take Sharon into his confidence and gripes, "It's all Kane." He fills her in on the nefarious AI program and Victor's attempt to blackmail Ashby over it. She learns that Colin swindled the owners of the chateau to seed Arabesque. Sharon and Nick fear that Victor would use the AI to go after Jabot. Nick rants about Kane starting all of this and being a greedy maniac. Telling Sharon to steer clear of the guy, he worries that Phyllis is in too deep to get out. She could go to prison. Sharon unironically warns that he needs to stop playing hero to her. They speculate about Phyllis wanting Nicky's company chancellor. If that's the case, Nick says Phyllis won't be safe from him. Talk turns to Noah, and Sharon reveals that their son may be opening a new club in Los Angeles. He's meeting developers there next month. Nick's sure he won't work with anyone who can't be trusted. Find out why we're not so sure here. They decide they'll travel to Cali to see him. At Society, Phyllis tells Kane she's not afraid of him. He's just weird. Kane tries to keep her sweet by explaining that they'll let Billy neutralize Victor, then make their move. Kissing up, he gushes that they're a team and he's smart and fearless. She deserves more than Chancellor. Suddenly, Sally reappears and informs Kane that Billy's not going to take the fall for him. "Let Phyllis do your dirty work." Kane smirks. Is this Billy's answer or hers? Sally declares she won't let her man follow Ashby down this path. Kane schmoozes that Billy's lucky to have Sally looking out for him, but suggests her boyfriend won't listen to her when it comes to Chancellor. He needs a win that makes Victor look like a chump. Sally won't let Billy go to prison. Phyllis jumps in to say that Sally's in a love haze and isn't seeing Billy clearly. He's going to do what he's going to do, or she's going to have to walk away. Sally storms out. At Billy's place, Jack is livid that his brother wants him out. He wants every dime back. Seething, Jack mocks that Chancellor is Billy's new addiction. He informs him he can drop the Abbott name and call his company Ashby Communications. "We're done here, Billy. You're on your own. Good luck." Once alone, Billy sips a whiskey and flashes through conversations with Sally before realizing she's gone. He then flashes to Jack, warning him about going after Victor. He intones, "You've underestimated me for the last time, Victor. Billy Boy's coming for you." Back at the Abbott mansion, Jack updates Diane and shares that Sally was furious with Billy. As bad as they imagine this could be, it might be worse. Diane's angry that Billy is betraying Jack for Kane. Jack declares that Billy's flying on his own without a net. He then decides they have to force Kane out of town before he destroys everyone and everything they care about. Whatever it takes. At Crimson Lights, Sharon goes to shut things down so she can join Nick for dinner. Sally walks in, and Nick admires her dress. He asks what happened to the launch. Morose and angry, she says, "Kane Ashby, the cyclone of destruction. How do we stop this guy before it's too late?" Nick learns that Billy's about to go off the rails because Kane is sucking him in. Sally doesn't know how to stop Billy from being Billy. Sharon reappears and Sally apologetically tells Nick this is her issue to deal with. Nick says it's all of their issue. They have to stop Kane. In the park, in the dark, Sally sits alone on a bench, crying and stewing. At Society, Nick and Sharon stop short when they see Phyllis with Kane at the bar. Nick fumes that the redhead is going to do whatever she wants, no matter the fallout. As she looks over, he shakes his head in disappointment. Smirky as ever, Kane leans over to Phyllis and tells her they're going to own this town, and nothing and no one will stop them.